Dear fellow Americans, members of Congress and Senate, healthcare industry executives, and President Obama. My name is Steve Parker, Jr. I'll explain more about myself in a moment, but first I wanted to get to the point of this video. If you will give me a few minutes of your time, in consideration of that, I promise to deliver every single American a valuable proposition that will do two things. One, help you and or someone close to you by the end of this video with some level of healthcare support. Two, I will personally provide $500 in medical payments to 10 individuals or families in great need. More information on both of those points later in the video. I do promise these two things, and I will deliver on both promises. But please review what I have to say and take it seriously. Your health is at stake. Over the last several months, especially weeks, much discussion and heated argument has taken place regarding the issue of healthcare reform. As well it should be. Our healthcare system is wrought with inefficiency and inconsistency. The process of healthcare is difficult for most all of us to understand, including those writing the policies which we must all abide. The laws and loopholes contain more than a few contradictions and suffer from just as many ailments as many Americans do. Does healthcare need change? Of course it does. Do we have a duty to cover and protect those that cannot do for themselves? We do. However, this does not need to come at a great cost to the country and with more unnecessary laws, unnecessary regulations, unnecessary funding, more taxes, and most of all, without a defined plan. Listen, a lot of solutions to healthcare reform have been presented lately. Unfortunately, most of them center on topics and issues that are purely irrelevant given the lack of defined direction. Furthermore, the definition of the word reform does not once mention providing more funding or complexity. It simply states improvement to, amendment to, by means of alteration, substitution, or cessation. You have all heard the President mention the need for healthcare reform. However, Medicare and Medicaid were founded with many of these same principles in mind our government mentions the need to provide. So why does our government want another program when they cannot seem to run the ones they currently have effectively? So why should you listen to me? First and foremost, I am not a politician. I am not a Republican or a Democrat for that matter. I am an independent voter, and frankly, I don't believe in parties nor support party lines or agendas. I support well-founded ideas that contain consistency, promote understanding, and provide accountability. Second, I have a degree in healthcare administration. I have worked for two of the largest healthcare providers in the world. I've been part of teams that have launched 3 of the most successful and most useful healthcare websites in the history of the internet, and that have helped millions find assistance for their healthcare needs. I've been voted one of the 100 most inspiring people in life sciences by PharmaVOICE Magazine. I've been awarded the Medscape Entrepreneurial Award for innovation, and I also serve on the board of directors of the Minnie Pearl Cancer Foundation. Most importantly, I walk the talk. What I mean by that is I fund with my own money 2 specific eHealth companies that provide a great service to those in need. Those services provide for the education, awareness, benefit, and support of people that suffer from cancer, diabetes, and obesity. 3 of the larger current issues in our society as a whole. And I do so either free or with a very affordable means for all. As someone who is passionate about healthcare, I feel a strong need to speak out at this time. I, as many of you, have frustrations with the process, the delivery, the laws, the inconsistency. As many of you, I also have family members who have suffered and died of diseases such as Alzheimer's and cancer, respectively. My father is a 7-year survivor of a liver transplant, so I have seen my share of negative and positive in healthcare. What happens next is up to all of us, but what we absolutely cannot afford is an agenda that does not have a plan. We have a history to show us where that leads. Where have the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan led us? Where have the bailouts of the financial and auto industries gotten us? Not far, and definitely not with clear results. We all know that we cannot continue to suffer in the cone of silence. Our government talks, and then we as citizens have the responsibility to carry the burden of those sour decisions. Do I fault our former and current administration for the misdirection, lack of accountability, and economic issues? Absolutely I do. I expect accountability and sound decisions from those we choose to lead us. Without taking political sides, which I consider a lazy subordination, I am taking on concern that the government of our great United States is moving too fast without a plan of action that is easily understandable by its citizens. All of us can relate to the following. What happens when you walk into a grocery store without a plan, without a shopping list? You buy too much. You spend too much. Or worse yet, you forget the most important ingredient. That is what we're seeing today. Too much talk of spending without a plan. The bottom line, don't let our government sell us on attractive packages of chips, dips, soda and beer when all we are asking for are a few eggs and some milk. As for those promises I mentioned earlier, I own 2 eHealth companies that help those in the areas of cancer, diabetes, and obesity. Go to steveparkerjr.com, and there you will find information and codes to access these services either free or at a maximum of $1 per month depending on your needs. For those paid features, I am personally subsidizing the monthly cost more than $2, so there is no reason to not take action. Also, on the same website, you will find information about how to receive $500 to pay medical bills for those in need. I hope this helps those of you that have these needs directly or have family and friends that need this help. Thank you for your time, and thank you in advance for asking our government to take their time to discover a plan that holds them to a level of accountability. You will find more on this at steveparkerjr.com. Be healthy.